Hello, hello. Hi, friends. Happy Tuesday. Let's see. Oh, my lanyard. The room is like disorganized right now. I have so many projects and none of them are complete. And then we're also painting the gaming room right now, which is why we got some like random stuff in here. We have our Pokemon first generation. All right, ready, go. Watch out. Go. Excuse me. Excuse me. Watch out. Go. Beep, beep. So yeah, everything is kind of crazy and a mess right now. And I have like Saki and Riku that I started on sometime last week. I have like the Has Been Hotel keychains that I'm getting through. And then now we're gonna start on some Pokemon hats. So it's a little bit disorganized, but I hope you guys are doing good. I need to update my thing. It says MegaCon, which just ended, and it was good. I didn't go to it, but we can talk about it a little bit. And then Fanboy Expo. Knoxville is next. That's not till July. So that is my next convention, is in July. Because the baby's on the way. And we did get a full refund for Lexington Comic Con, thankfully. So I don't have to stress about that. And going into labor while that convention is going on. But my plan for this video, for this live, was gonna be get a pack of Pokemon cards and let the cards decide what we make. But I didn't know how to decide from like the pack of 10 cards which one to make. Like if it was like, okay, I pick from all these 10 cards, I pick one. So I didn't know. And then I was like, what if I get one that I don't like or that's not popular? I don't know. So I was like, we'll just make Pokemon hats or Pokemon whatever, because Pokemon Day is February 27th, I think. February 27th or February 24th. Let me look it up. I think it's 27th. Yes. February 24th is when the Pokemon Happy Meals go away. 27th. Thank you, love. So I have a Sylveon already cut out because someone ordered one. But the plan is, I think on February 27th, I'm going to do a revamp of my website, kind of. And I'm just going to put a whole lot of Pokemon, whatever I get done this month, Pokemon things that maybe I haven't made in a while or that have only been at conventions. And on February 27th, all of those will be released. Hopefully most of them will be ready to ship. We'll see. And you'll get like a free Pokemon card with your purchase, and or 10% off any Pokemon item. So I haven't decided if I'm going to do both or if I'm going to do one or the other, but I'm leaning more towards both. Hello, Stitched. Welcome. Okay, so I think, like I said, I have a Sylveon one that we can work on. But I also just cut out a Dragonite because I haven't made that one in years. And I thought it would be a fun, quick one to do. Because basically it has the orange. It's got the little thing on his head. He's got his little like whisker eyebrow things. And then his eyes. And I thought about doing his wings, but I don't know. I don't love the idea of the wings just being like on the back of the head. So I'll decide later if I want to do that or not. But yeah, let's work on a Dragonite that I haven't made one in years. Like I said, I think it's probably been 2016, maybe? No, probably more like 2015. So I feel like I have like a, I wonder if I pressed the wrong color. It feels like a red tint. No, that's a really red tint. And then that's light. Let's see. Now that makes me look really blue now. Okay, I guess we'll just keep that one. That's what it usually is. Or I can just turn it off altogether. Let me see how that looks. Or is it gonna look dark now? Yeah, now it's really dark. Okay. Oh well. I'll just have like a little bit of a red tint. How's everyone doing? Stitched your mall convention, or your convention, or whatever it was this weekend, right? Is this one of your mall ones? Because you were worried about the Super Bowl. How did it end up going? I'm gonna turn this down on my side a little bit. Made 0 sales on Sunday? No! Was it just pretty empty? I don't know, I just feel like that's so surprising for like a mall too, to be kind of dead, but oh no. I'm sorry. Hopefully Saturday was decent though. I think MegaCon went pretty well, all things considered. I wasn't there, so like I only have from what my friends told me and from what I've seen online, but a lot of people aren't coming back. Which I'm sure if this is their first time and they were expecting it to be like amazing, because I mean it was amazing for a couple years. Like the year right after COVID, sales were like crazy good. But people that have been doing MegaCon for a while know that you can't, like, that was like kind of a happy accident, I guess, of how good sales were, because everybody was back after being stuck inside and ready to spend their money. So over the next couple of years, sales have kind of been lower than that, but still pretty good. But I think for a lot of artists that this was their first MegaCon, it was a little rough. And I don't blame them, because my sales were down like $1,500 compared to just last year, not to mention like years before, but just last year's sales. But I know personally, I did not bring as much inventory as I did last year. And just, I don't think anyone is wanting to spend money right now because of the economy. And I don't blame them. I was upset about the whole event. The 2 days were really slow. Aww. Because this is one that you do at least once a month, right? So just maybe they're doing too many events. Maybe they're just doing it too often. I'm making Dragonite's little whisker things right now. And my plan is to put pipe cleaners in it. So we can have the little, like, swoopiness that he has. I'm probably going to be drinking a whole lot of water because I feel like my throat's kind of getting a little sore and I feel like I have a lot of drainage and there's a lot of sickness going around, so I'm hoping I'm not getting sick, but we're just going to try to prepare, and that probably means I'll have to go to the bathroom more because I'm drinking more water. So just FYI. So I have Dragonite's eyes, like the pattern already made, but they look really big. So I'm gonna make the hat first and then I'm gonna see how the eyes look. Let me see if this is too... This one looks wider than the other one. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller. You guys have any plans for Valentine's Day? Joey and I get to go see our little baby girl on the ultrasound on Valentine's Day, which I think is so cute. And then I assume we'll eat at Popeyes, but who knows? Don't know if I made this any smaller. I got my HorrorCon coming up in 2 weeks. Nice! Okay, let's see. So, is it not this weekend, but the next weekend? Or is it the weekend after that? I'm gonna try to keep up with it. So would that be like end of February? Yes, nice. I hope it goes good. I'm probably gonna apply for this one called Scarefest. It's in Lexington, Kentucky. And then applications for new vendors opens on February 15th. Just Thursday. And I don't know how they do their applications, but I don't have a lot of spooky stuff on my like portfolio. Sometimes they let you just like submit pictures, and if they do, then that's fine. But if they want to see your portfolio, then I'm gonna have to tweak my portfolio, because right now I made it for too many games. So I put a lot of like gaming stuff. But I need to switch it to Scarefest then, if that's the thing, and I need to do like my cryptids. The thing is, I don't have my Mothman hats with me to take a picture of those, and I really would like to put them on my portfolio. So I might have to make another Mothman. I'm not sure if they open on the 15th. Wait, did I say 15th is Saturday. And I'll get my Mothman back Sunday. So I'm not sure if applications are just open for one day or if they open then and you have like that long to apply. I'm not sure if they are first come, first serve either. I could check the Discord or the Facebook page and see if anyone's posted about it. I was gonna stop and get coffee on my way back home, but I didn't. I was like, it's okay, you don't need it. And I was already running, not technically late, but I knew that I wanted to cut some more stuff before I went live. So I decided not to get coffee, but I'm gonna do my taxes one day this week. And the way that I like to do them is I like to sit down and get all my paperwork and everything and get my spreadsheet and just like spread out on a table all the papers and everything. And I will probably reward myself with coffee that day. If you guys have a Pokemon request that you want to see, feel free to let me know. Drop it in chat. Because, like I said, this one shouldn't take very long. And I'll either do Sylveon next, or I'll move on to another one that I've done before in the past. But if you guys want to see a new one, let me know. I know I was talking about Vulpix, but I don't think I have the right color. Like, I could do a Alolan Vulpix, but not regular Vulpix because it's that like red, orangey red color. Sunflora. That would be pretty. I have to see how to do it as a hat. Or I could just do it as a plush. Also, apparently, Build-A-Bear had a Dragonite plush. I must have missed that. Because when I was Googling pictures of Dragonite, a Build-A-Bear came up. And I was like, what? Oh, but you know what I do want to make? halfway cocoa. But I don't know if I want to make him as a hat or a plush. Honestly, just the starters that I haven't done yet wouldn't be a bad idea. My worry is I will make stuff for this update, like the website update, like a Pokemon launch, and then the baby will like be on her way. I'll go into labor. Oh no, Teeny Frogs is sick. No. Teeny Frogs just posted in the Discord saying they're too sick to get up. Feel better, frogs. There's stuff in the hallway and I keep looking and thinking someone's standing in the hallway. My brother's sick too. Oh no. Yep, there's just, it's the season for sickness. Joey is sick. Hopefully he's almost over it though. But that probably means then it's my turn. But I'm hoping like me and the baby's immune system will be working together, you know? And maybe we won't get sick. My nail has like a chip in it and it's getting caught. I need to like file it down. Did you all watch the Super Bowl? I got bits and pieces of it and then I like watched the end of it. But I was mostly entertaining my nieces and nephews. And eating. Which is my favorite thing to do at the Super Bowl. could try, and this will probably help me too. Let me put like picture of Dragonite over here. And then this will also help people that are like coming by and see what we're making. Oh, there it is. Image. I was like, what is it? Whoops. Image. Add source. There he is. The only thing is, it kind of gets hidden. I like that this is a PNG, but see if I can find one that's not. Kind of so we can have that white background. Oh. There we go. Alright, he might be a little blurry, but that's okay. I think this picture's from Pokemon Go. Oh no, it just says Pokemon database. And there, now I can kind of see. Not that I need a whole lot to reference, he's pretty simple. I took 3 Mothman hats to MegaCon, or I guess I should say I sent 3 Mothman hats to MegaCon. And not a single one sold. I was so sad. Which I think with everything else beside of it, it could kind of get overlooked. I don't think my Jake the dog sold either. It might have. I'd have to check back. And then I'll just hand sew these like details on, like his little horn and his antennas. Antennas slash eyebrows. I guess they're kind of more like eyebrows because isn't it like dragons in like Japanese, they have those really long eyebrows in like Japanese stories and culture. Do kimono dragons have those little eyebrow things? I also thought it would be fun to make the victory bell one again, where it's like eating the person's head. Let me do a poll. So, anything you guys want to see? Joey said Sunflora. I can try, but I'll add it to the poll and we'll do a vote. Polls. That poll has been going on for ever. Twas a jokey joke. Do you want to submit an actual one that you would like to see? I'm doing a TADC gachapon. Nice. Do I know what TADC is? I'm trying to think if I know the abbreviation. Okay. Let's see. I can do... We can keep the theme and I can do Dragonair. Or, yeah. Did I spell it right? Which I have done before. Oh, the Amazing Musical Circus! Yeah! Joy said, "Oh, I love that show." Yeah, we watched. I think there's some new episodes. We need to watch it. Nice. I bet that'll be popular. I saw a lot of cosplays from the MegaCon pictures. Let's just Google popular Pokemon. I also have to make sure, like, I have the colors, of course. So we could do starters. I could throw Fuecoco in here. That's probably the Pokemon by generation. Oh yeah, Lucario. So this is Charizard, Lucario, Pikachu, Umbreon, Dragonite, Blaziken, Arcanine, which I've made an Arcanine before, Gengar, Mew. I could do a Mew. I think I've done a Mew before, and it's just pretty, like, it's just simple. Darkrai, Absol, which I've done both of those, but it's been a while. Lugia. Okay, I'm gonna add Latios. And Latios. Which A is the red one, O is the blue one. I have made them before, and they were like my most popular. Late arrival by me. Hi, Ashley. Sorry, I'm over here. I'm putting a poll together. If there's any Pokemon that you would like to see, I can add it to the poll. We're making some Pokemon hats. What was the other one? I can do Lucario. Do I have... I don't... I might have the right color for Lucario. Just like a dark blue. Yeah, I think that's the one I usually use. Lucario. I'll just pick that. Okay. All of them. All right, I'll do one more, then that'll be 5, and then we'll pick from here. I think I finally sold a Snorlax, which I'd sold one before, but like finally sold one of the 3 that I've had for years. Or for a year. Alright, I'm gonna put Fuecoco in here. Because I will say I don't have a lot of like new stuff. Fuecoco. Okay. Confirm. Alright, the poll is live. To vote for one, you have to... I'm sorry I made it so complicated, but you have to put exclamation point vote and then space exclamation point the Pokemon. I didn't realize I didn't have to put the extra exclamation point, but... Take your votes. The only new one technically would be Fuecoco. I've made the other ones, it's just been a while. And I think I have all the right colors to make them. So yeah, you'll have to put exclamation point vote space exclamation point Latios. Let me... Or whatever you're voting for. Let me see if it... There you go. You don't have to vote for Latios, though. That's just what... Okay, yeah, that worked. I was like, let's see if it works. Awesome, awesome. Thanks, guys, for voting. And we'll see what it's looking like at the end, or when I get done with Dragonite. And if it's between a tie, I'll be the tiebreaker. Have you guys ever printed on clear sticker paper? Like I've bought from like a sticker company before, and they've printed on clear sticker paper. But I've never printed on I'm done. I've never printed on clear sticker paper. But I'm making these like labels for a candle to like make a cute name. And I wanted it to be clear, so I bought some off Amazon. We'll see how it is. I can always just make it a non-clear sticker, but that's what like Yankee Candle, you know, they have their clear stickers. Labels. How'd MegaCon fare? It was good. I did hit my goal. My minimum that I wanted to make was 3,000, which is kind of low for my MegaCon sales. That's what I made in like 2022. But I knew that I didn't have as much inventory as I wanted to send. And the economy, I'm just like, I'm expecting all conventions, honestly, to be low and slow right now. But I'm very happy with that. Either way, very happy. But I do know a lot of people said that they weren't going to come back. And I understand if that's their first MegaCon. I said this earlier, like, if you've heard people like brag about it and talk about how good it was, and then some people didn't do too good because they didn't have anything to compare to before. So if anyone's interested in MegaCon, there might be some openings. Great either way, yeah. Oh, congrats either way, yes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, and it was really nice not having to go. Like, I liked making money and not being there, but also I still think I would rather be there because otherwise I feel like I'm being bossy if I'm telling my proxy to like change this and change that and put this out there. And I don't like how this looks. And I don't like doing that. I like doing things myself for the most part. So, but I'm very appreciative and happy that Tia was able to do it for me. Because, I mean, the other option, honestly, was just not, like, lose out on my table and not sell anything. Or give it to Bethany. Or potentially have Bethany and her mom sell for me, but then that would be a lot for Bethany to do, and I probably wouldn't have made as much because she was having to run both booths. And, of course, she would prioritize her own, which I don't blame her for. Let me see if I can like zoom in on Dragonite. But I think for the most part, we'll just put this right in the middle. And then I'm gonna put pipe cleaners in these and they'll come out to the side like that. And so now I can get the eyes and we can look. How do I bring chat back up? There we go. I'm thinking about like the shop update that I was talking about that's going to be like kind of Pokemon themed. And I probably should only do what I have in stock. I mean, technically I should still have 2 weeks before the baby gets here, but I don't want open orders, you know? Sorry. Apologies. Thank you. I gotta find the pipe cleaner. Where'd it go? All right, I can go ahead and, well, actually, I probably don't want to hand sew this on yet because I'm going to want to put the eyes on. And then I'm going to want to sew the eyes on with my machine. So let's get some felt for the eyes. And he doesn't have a nose, technically. His nose is like a snout type. The sneeze gave me the sniffles. No. Continue making more inventory, but just so obsessed with dice experiments now. Your dice are looking so good. I really like them. I don't blame you. I would want to experiment on all kinds of things. So many ideas, also lacking some of the stuff I want to use and have to order, lol. Well, hopefully it'll come in and then you can do all the fun experimenting. I think a lot of people feel like, you know, you can't have too many dice. Or too much dice, I guess. Sorry, I could have moved my stuff and I'm just cutting the eyes. Math rocks for days. I guess they are math rocks, aren't they? See, I think these are just gonna look too big and cartoony, but I guess he is kind of like big and cartoony. Plus, like, what else is gonna take up this space? Let me put this back up here. And then he needs his pupil. Let me pull it back up over here so I can be. I just did a circle. Is it more of an oval? I can't really tell. For his pupil. Might be a little bit more ovally. Let's see if we can stretch it as an oval. There we go. And I did him looking off to the side. Okay, I think I do like the idea of his eyes. Looking more centered. Four more hours until I can go home, but I want to go now. I'm sure that's how Joey feels too. Okay, I'm thinking about putting his eyebrows down here. I don't blame him. Did you put wires in the antenna? Yeah, I did like pipe cleaners. I did like a cheap wire. I don't love actual wire because it just pokes, and you also can't like sew it as well. I know it's more sturdy and you can bend it more, but for these hats, I like to keep them like soft. I'm gonna have to look up a picture of the one that I did before because I'm not loving how this is looking. I think it's because the eyes are so big, but here's what he looks like. But his eyes are way too big. Yeah, even on the stream, they look way too big. But this is the pattern that I have. Valid, I might switch to pipe cleaners for the little muse I do. I put big, thick flower wire in last time, and while it worked, it was also a pain. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like it's just such pain to try to sew and keep like a encased. All right, let me see if I can find a picture of my old. I always hate going on my Facebook business page because it's like I can't see the photos that way. Like you have to go on your personal page and then go look at your business account and then go your albums. Okay. No, they just look that big. So here's the Dragonite that I made. And the eyes do look... But I'm like, do I kind of like that the antennas are up higher? And maybe we cut the eyes a little smaller. I also sewed his little nub into the seam, I can tell, and I definitely don't like that. But I'm thinking maybe smaller. I personally like the antenna up higher in the older version and maybe trim like a tiny bit off the bottom of the eyes in general, but that's my bias to Dragonite. Yeah, I don't... I definitely need to do something with the eyes. And I wonder if I give him little, like, slits for his nose. And then trim the eyes back, if that would work. But I don't, it might look weird because he doesn't have his... his, like, snout. Now he's gonna look like a koi fish or something. I don't like that. Let's see. Thinking, yeah, that we trim the bottom a little bit. And then also a little bit less wide. I don't think he looks weird without the nose, just them big old peepers. Yeah, I was trying to see if I did like nostrils, but the nostrils looked weird without the snout. And let me see if I can make this one the same size. All right, so let's see. Let's assemble this back together. I'm here. Here I am. New hat. Who dis? Yeah, I technically have made this one years ago. Hi Tia, welcome. Tia is the one that went and sold for me for MegaCon. Do you have anything you want to say about MegaCon, Tia? Well, I'm not meant for concrete floors. Yeah, the concrete floors are rough. I have one of those ergonomical mats or whatever, but I only took it to one convention. And then now it just stays in my sewing room. Okay, yeah, I think I also like the antennas on the side, because on the eyebrow, it is giving very dragon eye whiskers. Even though that's where they are on him, but I don't notice them. This feels very noticeable. Like almost like a I'm thinking of that other, like, Whiscash. Is that the other Pokemon? It's like a fish Pokemon, and it has those big long eyebrows. And that's how the eyebrow whiskers are feeling when they're that close. Chili's. Presidente Margarita. I wish. I feel that one, Tia. I contemplated standing on the closing sheets. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta sit, you know? Is he orange? Dragonite? Is that what you're asking, Joey? I sat on them. Wingcash blue, but I can see it a little. I was debating if I wanted Dragonite to be like this orange color, or if I wanted, because I do technically have like a yellow, but I think orange is closer. Is that what you're asking me, or were you asking me? Yeah, it looks orange in stream. Yeah, it is. It is very orange. It is probably too orange for Dragonite, but that's what I did for this one too. It's looking pinky right now, but I think he's more name the dog color. Oh, Jake. See, that one's too yellow. But I do have a Pikmin like yellow. It's like a golden yellow. That's what I would like to use for him, but still it needs to be like that happy in between orangey yellow. Yeah. And if you look at different pictures of Dragonite, there's some that are more orangey and there's some that are more yellow. Because this is almost like a Charizard yellow. Or this is a Charizard orange. But for Dragonite, I felt comfortable using Charizard not yellow confirmed. I felt more comfortable using this orange because I had, like, I've done one before and I've sold it in this color. And I also don't have that other yellow in stock that could potentially work, but I'd have to see. So we're going with orange. And instead of like on the seam, I think I'm gonna put it, no, that's fine. And then his eyes, I'm thinking maybe a little further apart. But either way, we can go ahead and sew this on. Sew his eyes. I'm contemplating this too much, or like I'm making this, it's already an hour and it shouldn't have been that long. But I'm just really focused on fixing his eyes. But while I am fixing this, I am gonna fix his eye for next time I make him. Because this is what I do. I don't fix my pattern sometimes, and then I'm like, why is eye so big? And people have bought Espeon in the other shades of purple too. So yeah, he'll find a home. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, especially if Joann's is closing for fabric. Don't feel bad. I pulled the dice last night and basically sat there for an hour or so just debating if I'm going to actually do anything productive or not. Yeah. I feel that. Sometimes you just, like, lately, for me, I've just been so overwhelmed that I'm like, I don't even know where to start. Yeah, I mean, I sell Leafeons as a tan brown instead of yellow. Oh, yeah, I do remember you saying that. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. And I think people see, or I know people see colors differently too. So sometimes it's just up to the creator. Will it let me share a link? You can try, I think. If not, you can always throw it in the Discord. I think I have it on until we get the one person that comes in and ruins it for everyone. Yeah, I don't want to be that person. I mean, as long as you're not sharing any bad links, I don't think. But if some random person comes in here and shares a link, I probably wouldn't click their link either. But since you're not a random person, I think it's fine. Or it is fine, in my opinion. Why does this feel like it got so crooked? The heck? All right, and then we can sew on his pupils. Was your phone popping off during MegaCon? Yep. Yep, I kept the sound on so that I could, like, know to answer it if you guys called or anything. But it was nice hearing the cha-chinging. I was like, it's like back in 2020 when my phone was going off all the time. And I had to actually, like, mute my phone because the cha-ching sound was going off. That was during 2020. I didn't mute my phone for MegaCon, but I told Joey, I was like, this is what it was like during COVID. Gotta find the new Appa. Yep, I'm always out there searching. It comes around, I think, every couple of years. I find the big thing in the fandom. I do think Has-Been could be it if I can get some stuff made, but I'm just so conflicted. That's why I want to do the keychains. Or bring back face masks with everyone's sickness. Yeah, I don't think that they would be. They might still be popular, but definitely not as... since it's not mandatory. Did you go get your back checked out yet, Tia? Or did it get better at all? I'm sure the floor didn't help with that either. Bro, considering how this bird flu and TB nonsense is going, I'm gonna have to go back to masks. Yeah, it's crazy. People kept asking for your Yippee plush. Yeah, the Yippee bug from Lethal Company. I worked on an embroidery file for it, but I don't know, I'm just not happy with it yet. Not yet. I did yoga this morning though. Okay, hopefully that helped you a little bit. Yeah, my Lethal Company guys were pretty popular during Christmas. And like when I first released them, of course, too, but they've definitely died down. Which I don't expect anything to pop off right now because it's like February. Except for maybe like Valentine's Day. But I got a few orders, but no one specifically saying like, oh, this is a Valentine's Day gift. So, and it's kind of late now if anyone's ordering for Valentine's Day. Oh, I totally forgot this. I need my hot glue gun. Oh, gosh, it's so hard to bend down. It's a struggle. You should see me when I'm in the car. If I drop something in the floorboard, like if I'm in the passenger seat, it's just staying there. I'm not picking it up. January popped off, and now I've only had a couple orders for February. Hoping this year gets better, but also really worried about the world. Yeah. Yep, don't blame ya. I think we're all a little worried. My grandfather has one of those claws. Yeah, to pick things up. I technically have Daisy for that. She does really good. She helps me with the laundry. My dog, if you guys don't know who Daisy is. But yeah, for plugging things in and stuff, she can't really help me with that. Hi, good morning. Hi, good morning, Chinky. How are you doing? We'll ship you a car claw, lol. Yeah, also everyone, there's a poll going on. We're doing Dragonite right now, but if you guys want to vote for which Pokemon you want to see next, we got 5 things to choose from, and the list is right there. Streamlabs sent. And with that being said, I do think I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick while my hot glue gun warms up. Be right back. I am making hot chocolate too. Little Doodle, come here, Doodle. Where did he go? Did he come in here and leave? There's a Daisy. There's a Daisy. And yeah, there's a little piddle. Okay, I have my hot glue gun though. Hold on, so you gotta be careful. Everyone but Hoodles. No, don't punch the mic. Okay, let's go check out hot chocolate. There's a Hoodles. Go say hi to Tia. Yeah, in there. Tia's in there. Tia's in there. Go see. Go say hi to Tia. No, no, hey. It's like the Lion King up in here. Excuse me, puppies. My mic might cut out, so sorry in advance. What's the parade? Parade is following me. Daisy plugging glue gun. Look at him. Come back. Goofballs. Here they come. Yep, here's the parade. Okay, don't knock the hot glue gun off with your tail. No. No. Go. You're sitting on the wire. Go. Go, Rid. Watch out. Thank you. Thank you. Crazies. You crazies. Baby's kicking. All the moving and jumping. She says she wants to jump around too. Jump, jump, jump around. Alright, put a little hot glue on here. Hold this in place. And what I didn't think about is part of this is in black and part of it is in white. So I'm gonna have to like switch my threads. Which is fine. Did you get snow, Tia? I think Delaware is supposed to get up to 13 inches. Is that what you said, love? Yeah, you did get snow. Crazy. That's why I drove back. Yeah, that's what Bethany said. And I asked Joey, I was like, are we getting any snow? And he said, no, just rain. I thought that was crazy. I didn't want to do it. Well, I'm proud of you. You made it. Only a few inches and it's not sticking. Well, that's good. Is it still snowing right now? Which makes sense. It's been raining all day here, but it was crazy last week. I think it was. Well, no, I guess it was the weekend. It was Friday or Saturday. It was like 70 degrees here. Joey and I went out in shorts and a tank top. And my mom like went to Florida and she's like, of course it would warm up when I'm in Florida. It's raining. Same. someone asked me if I do plush commissions, and I usually say yeah. It depends on what it is, of course, and if I have the time to take it on. So if they're wanting something little that's like a ball shape, something like, yeah, I can do it. But this person was interested in Dexter from Jack and Dexter, the game, and I used to love that game as a kid. Haven't played it though in forever. But what is my machine doing? There shouldn't be 5 threads coming. There's like 2 at the most. Why are we having thread? Okay. But he was wanting it life size, which is about like 2 feet, 2.5 feet, and I was like, oh, definitely don't think I can take it on right now. Because of the baby on the way, but potentially in the future. Oh, Ella Violet just barked at your dog's collar shaking. Sounds about right. I was watching something on YouTube the other day, and I had to stop watching it because there was like dogs in there like whining. I don't even think it was a vlog, but I can't remember what it was. But my dogs will also react, especially if there's like someone's smoke detectors going off in like their video. I have to like change it because Obi will go and hide. Which, speaking of, I need to check our smoke detectors. But I want to do it when it's nice outside so I can put the dogs outside. Which does concern me if our smoke detector was able to ever to go off in an emergency, where Obi would go. Like, he has a couple different hiding spots. So maybe I need to do it to test. To see where he would go. But it kind of depends on what doors are open too. Because he will get in the shower. Like bathtub. If it's open. He'll also hide under like our desks and stuff. But I was also always so nervous when we were staying in the apartments that the smoke alarm would go off. Because you're in an apartment, odds are someone's going to accidentally set it off and it might not even be a real fire. And so I think our plan was Joey or I would go out there and make sure if it's real or not, like if people are actually evacuating, which is dangerous because we were on the 3rd floor with 3 dogs. But our dogs are not the kind that would leave quietly, especially with all those people. So we had to like come up with like, what's our plan? And usually it was I would carry, before we got Daisy, it was I would carry Ridley and Joey would carry Obi. But then when we got Daisy, it's like, okay, well, we can't carry them anymore. We're gonna have to actually like leash them up. Of course we would have leashed them up too, but it would have been easier to control them if we can carry them. Beep. But I'm just so happy that that never happened. Thankfully. And now Daisy and Ridley sleep with us in the bedroom, but Obi, he's an independent boy, so he goes sleep by himself somewhere. So now we would just put the other 2 dogs, like, throw them out the window, because we're on the 1st floor. It's not that far of a drop. And then we go try to find Obi, hopefully, if the flames aren't bad. But it scares me. I don't like thinking about it. But yeah, gotta have a plan. Yeah, it's something I fear with my cats constant. Honestly, I have 2 out of 5 that I would be able to easily grab, 2 more that would be a problem, and 1 who would disappear. So I figure I just open windows and go. That's a good idea. Yeah, I do think so. The one good thing is Obi's first instinct, if he heard the fire alarm, is to run outside. Because if he can get outside, and it's not, as long as it's not thundering, because if it's thundering, he doesn't want to go outside. But he's scared of our toaster. So if I get the toaster down, he goes outside. And so when the smoke detector goes off, he goes outside. So I'm hoping maybe if I'm able to, like, we can come around and like bust our doggy door thing. We have a cover on it, but if we like punch it, then maybe he would come. But yeah, that's a good idea for your cats. Just open all the windows that you can. And you know, odds are if there's a fire, it's probably from the laundry room or the dryer. Typically, not always. I mean, lots of times it seems like those vapes are big problems. Any kind of like charging vape or any like battery powered thing like that. So yeah, we usually try to keep our laundry door closed, but it's also the bathroom, so yeah, it kind of depends. All right, so we got them big boogie eyes on there. Look at him. It's kind of, this could be Charmander. I mean, this is like the same that I would do for Charmander. I think his eyes would be a little bit different. Them big old peepers. But yeah, honestly, this is Charmander. And I think that's why I haven't made... I've made a Bulbasaur one before, but Charmander and Squirtle I've never really made because they kind of just like look like bald-headed hats. I don't think you can see her, no. Daisy's over here chewing on her bone and she's like on her back and punching it. Okay, I think I am gonna put this on. Sometimes it's easier to not put it on the mannequin head. Oh man, the mannequin head's all the way back there. 1 second. Oh no! I probably spilled my hot chocolate. What? Are you gonna whine about it? Are you gonna whine about it? No, don't lay right there. I gotta get there. Excuse me, sir. Sir. There's not room, buddy. He's so funny, Obi. He's not the type that's like, oh, he's a big dog that wants to be a lap dog. But he is the type where he is a big dog and wants to get in small spaces. So like I said, he wants to get, if he's scared, he wants to get in the bathtub, or he wants to hide in like the tiniest space in the closet. Or, like right now, he's under my sewing desk. And there's a bunch of stuff under there. Oh, sorry. Styrofoam sounds. Okay, can we not make that sound? Please stop it. Well, I said this would be easier, but I lied. And we rotate. Oh no, we're playing thread chicken and we're gonna lose. We lost. Especially because this is on the seam right here and I'm gonna have to go over it again. So that you can't see my threads. Sad. We lost. We lost the thread chicken. How unfortunate. Sometimes if I get, like, if I can really make it and it's gonna be too low to tie a knot, like with my needle, I will just tie a knot with my fingers. It'll make it, it'll make it. And then I just like try to triple knot it. Oh, I keep forgetting there's this one card shop that Joey and I went to Friday? No. One day this past weekend, and I asked them if they did like consignment where I could put like stuff in their shop, and they said it kind of depends, but that I could send them what I make. And they could let me know. They said they're doing like limited consignment, which makes sense. They are still kind of new. But every time Joey and I go in there, we're like, I don't understand how this business is afloat, because they really don't have a lot of stuff for sale. They don't even sell Pokemon cards because they're not official like Pokemon card dealers. He uses a word. Worth a shot to check. Yeah, I need to. I finally got up the nerve to ask him, because the first time I went in there, I was like, this feels weird being in here for the first time and then asking like, hey, can I put my stuff in here to sell? Even though I don't know if he would have remembered me. Anyways, if I'd been in there multiple times. Pokemon Play official, yeah. Which, he has Pokemon cards for sale, but they're like single cards. He doesn't have any like packs or stuff, which I'm assuming probably because he can't get a good deal on them. So it would just be like if he bought them from Walmart and like resold them, he's not really making anything, I guess, unless he really wants to like scalp the prices. And I appreciate him for not doing that. Yeah, if you guys want to vote in the poll, this is probably the last few minutes of the poll, because I just gotta sew these on and then we'll move on to something different. And I think it's looking at Latios right now, with Fuecoco in second. But yeah, if you want to vote for what I should make next, which Pokemon should I make next? They're more magic oriented with Pokemon single cards. Oh wait, I missed the other one. My local store gets bad allocation from their distributor. I don't know if they have anything official with TPC as far as cards from the source though. Gotcha. And then they said they're more magic oriented. Yeah, I think that's how this one is. They have more magic. Maybe it's just easier to get than for Pokemon. And they have like a lot of D&D type stuff. And Warhammer, is that the other one? They got different stuff like that. They have some board games that you can buy, and then I don't think I saw anything where you could. They have tables, of course, but I didn't see like board games that they had that you can like sit and play. But I'm sure they wouldn't mind that either if you like brought. I think that's what they want people to come in there and play. And then they have drinks for sale. I don't even think they really have snacks for sale. Entirely possible. I heard things like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Lorcana won't sell to anyone except brick and mortar big stores. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I've been looking at the Disney one. I know Joey and I both have been like, is it worth it? Because, you know, we do love Disney. I played Ticket to Ride London with my mom and nephew during the Super Bowl. And I think they liked it. I know my mom liked it, and I think my nephew liked it. He's 8, I think. Or did he turn 9? I don't know. He's at that age where there's no, like, big milestones. And I'm just, like, waiting until there's another big milestone so I can remember. But I always see him as, you know, like a 5-year-old. So I'll just stick to Pokemon and One Piece. I don't need another card game in my life. There's so many. There was like Squishmallow cards by like where our Pokemon cards usually are in Walmart. Because I asked Joey, he went over there. And I was like, what is that other box that's down there? I was like, is it basketball cards? He's like, Squishmallow. I'm like, oh, okay. You say though. Alright, here he is. For the final picture, I'll tweak his antennas because they kind of just running rampant right now. I mean, I guess I could like tack them over here, but I don't know. Some people might want them flop it around so that they can do different stuff with it. You know, sometimes he kind of looks like Tatsugiri with these eyes. All right. There's Dragonite. If you guys are interested in him, he will be for sale on my website on Pokemon Day. And then let me check the vote. Get your last minute votes in. All right. Yep. It's looking like Latias is who we're making next. And technically I have I have white already cut. For Sylveon, I could steal that. And then just cut more white when I'm not streaming. Let me see if I can find my Latias pattern. Team Aqua bandanas have been selling pretty good lately too. Oh wait, my pattern's over here. For the older patterns. Which makes me happy because theirs are like not necessarily cheaper items. They are like less expensive, but they don't take me as long to make. Okay, Latias. And I am gonna do something different than what I usually do, like when I used to make these years ago. Because I used to hot glue their symbols on their forehead. But what I'm going to do now is do what I do for Snorlax and Sylveon. and cut the piece in half. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I guess I should use the red fleece though. I had one that was kind of already cut out, but I want to make sure that my colors are matching. Alright, so I probably will use the white that's already cut. I used to do Latios and Latios, and I did Latios gray because it looks a little more like not white. It looks a little bit more off-white. In some pictures, but I'm gonna make it easier on myself and we're gonna do white. And I think that's what most people see it as, white and red and white and blue. So I'll just do white. I didn't know you were doing Fanboy. Apparently Blue's Clues will be there. Oh well. Yeah, in the one in Knoxville, there's a lot of fanboys, but I assume you're talking about the one in Knoxville, Tennessee. Oh, wait, let me get a picture for reference. What if we do this one? Is it gonna look weird? Yeah, I could make some Blue's Clues hats. I think Steve, I think one time at Lexington or MegaCon, they had all the Steves, and I was going to make Blue's Clues, but I didn't. Shocker, I didn't have the time. I guess I should say I didn't prioritize my time either. Because if I did it as the first thing, then I would have had the time. But... Man, I was hoping that the Latias hat would show up that I made if I Googled myself, but it didn't. Makes sense, it's been a few years. Did I say it wrong? Did you say that they had all the Steves? Yeah, right? Steve? Oh, they're not all Steve. Steve, Joe, there's another one. They had all the guys that played in Blue's Clues. You're right. They're not all named Steve. Okay, so here's the Latias. And I do have, I think I have better pictures of it too. But there's things that I'm going to do to tweak it. Like, I usually do that black outline. I don't know why it's not in that first picture. That was probably the very first one I ever made. But we won't do... We won't do the marker outline anymore. We will do the satin stitch like I do for Evie. Even though it'll kind of be a pain, but it's fine. Okay, so I just need to cut the red for the pockets. And then I need to remake the symbol. I got a Charlie horse in my leg last night and it is still hurting. Oh my gosh, is the red like buried? It'd be so sad. Please. Yep. I can't wait till I get new closet. I think this is red, or is it pink? Should be red. Yeah. Okay, pockets. I'm pretty excited to be making this. I think Fuecoco was my first choice. But I've been wanting to bring these back for a while. So that's why I wanted to leave it up to you guys. Because I think this is a cute couples one too. So it is one that would be bought together a lot. Kind of like Toothless and Light Fury. Okay, there's the pockets. And then I do need to cut the little ears, horns, whatever you want to call them. And I do have to cut them. Wait, no, that's gonna make them long and skinny. What is past Megan talking about? Yeah, okay. Don't listen to her. I was looking at this stretch and I'm like, if I cut it this way, it's gonna be long and skinny and they're just gonna keep stretching. So we do not want that. So let me write on this. MegaCon is going to be in March next year. Which I think it's been in March before. They always like move it around. It used to be in May. And then I think they moved it for March for 1 year. And then they had it in February the last 2 years. So I did reapply. Table is like basically $500. It's $4.99. But that's usually how it goes. It goes up like $15 every year, unfortunately. There's a lot of people complaining this year, though, so I'm interested to see either if they'll have less vendors or if they'll have a lot more new vendors. Okay, so here's the symbol. And I don't know why I cut it like this. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna fold it in half. So we get 2 even halves. And then I do want to make this a little bit thicker because I think it's kind of skinny. Okay, I think, and we're gonna bring it in a little bit. I don't think I want to make it any wider on the outside because I don't want to mess up. I don't want it to go off the hat. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to see, but I'm drawing it. I'm trying to decide if I want it even wider. Maybe just a smidge. And we get our paper scissors and we cut it up. And then, what I'm gonna do to make this easier on myself is we're only gonna do 1/2 Like, and we're going to cut this twice. And then we'll sew it on to the top of the hat. Instead of having to hot glue it, we're going to do that at the beginning. And then I do just want to curve this a little bit because curved. There's our little symbol. Because the other one's more like a teardrop shape. Latios. Teardrop. So let me cut. Oh, you know what though? Hold on. Let me look at the picture again. I think this extends past the seam. Did I screenshot it? Oh my gosh. Photos, please. Yeah. So we might have to shrink it a little bit. If we want to do my original plan, which is sew it on to this like piece right here. I don't know if you guys can see. But if I make it smaller, is that gonna look stupid? If it just has a little bitty symbol. Other option is make this part of the hood wider. But then that's going to make it hang down more. It's going to give it more of a hood, which is fine. But am I going to remember to cut it wider? When I'm making latios and latios. I guess there's only one way to find out. Is if we do it that way and try. Conflicted. But it will save me time if that works. So let me try that. Which means this is going back to Sylveon. And I will cut. Ow! Dog toy. Cut a new one. But I guess I can go ahead and cut this for now. Let me look what it looks like on Dragonite. Like, I do think we can shrink it a little bit. I don't know, but which way do we shrink it? Sorry, I'm focused in. Whoops. Okay, let me see what that's looking like. Okay, that made it a little bit smaller. Me look at it on Dragonite. What? What are you doing? Huh? Ow, why did you boot me in the butt? So aggressive. Alright, I think this might work. I'm going to make it a little shorter. Did we lose our music? And it does look like on the inside symbol. I don't know, I kind of want to redraw this symbol. Because it's like flat at the top and then, I mean, I can probably tape it and fix it. Handy dandy tape. Because it's like straight. Oh man, I cut a chunk out of the quarter. Okie dokie. This is what we're working with right now. But I didn't realize I had my like stream paused on my phone. I was like, why am I frozen? Alright, let's try it. Let's try to extend the front of this hat and if it makes a difference. I'm very limited on space. I have so much stuff over here on my cutting table out of our gaming room. So I got pop figures. I have Joey's computer, monitor. Okay, I guess I should not eyeball this and actually make it big enough. Well, I'm curious to see if this is just gonna look goofy. Or if it'll look okay because it'll just be like a bigger hood. We will find out. Oh wait, I need to cut from this piece instead of the pattern to make sure I get the right size. All right. Look how big this piece is. And then I just need to cut a piece from this. I forgot for the symbol. Oh, piece one. Why are you whining, Obi? Oh, hello, Daisy. I guess I could cut these over here because this is something I have to use scissors for. How long are we working? We got, let's see, an hour and a half. I usually work till 5 my time. Or no, yeah. That's how long I'm working today because I went to yoga 5:45-ish. Nice. You already went to yoga this morning, you're talking about? Or are you going again? Oh, you want to go again? Okay. Sorry, I'm lining these up to make sure that I get the right shape of both of them because they're gonna have to line up on my hat. I don't know, the last one's at 7. I have to make dinner for Pops. Yeah. Did he have fun on his trip? I think I saw a few pictures. Yeah, he was the selfie king. That's so funny. Alright, now I'm going to take these two pieces of the hat, and we're gonna line up this big fan piece, whatever you want to call it. And we're gonna put this on here. What are you guys doing? See, this looks a little bit too big, but that's okay. We'll shrink it. Obi's tail is hitting my lever on my chair. And I thought someone was chewing on it. Daisy used to chew on it when she was a puppy. And so I got like flashbacks. I was like, what? Who's chewing on my chair? So I think you guys can kind of see. This is what we're going for. We're going to sew it on, and then when we sew it together, these should line up. Man goes on more vacations than me. He does. But I don't know, I guess things to think about what you get to look forward to when you get old. My mom goes on a bunch of vacations. Okie dokie. And then we can also put the paws on here too. Tell your mom to come to the live. She's working. She's working at the hospital right now. And there's an inspector there or something, so she can't have her phone out. So I haven't even like really got to talk to her today. How did Violet like daycare? Did she survive? And Charlie, I guess. I don't know. Has he ever been to daycare? Or how long has it been since he's been to daycare? I suppose she smells. I mean, that happens. Charlie looks skinny. Oh no, he went to daycare and got the poops last time. Oh man, I thought it was because he was just like running around. Like just so much, you know, not necessarily energy. I'm sure it's not really energy. It's like he's crazy. Like barking at everything. Yeah, I guess I could stop that poll before I forget again, like last time. Because this will probably be the last one for today, but I do think I'll probably do it again next week. Can I just pause it? Okay, I can close it and then I can open it again, I think, later. Oh, sorry, baby. I'm sorry, Albus. Aw, poor babies. No, not the poll being taken from us. Guess I'll have to come back next Tuesday. I just need another day to work from home. I'm not used to this. I mean, I guess I'm kind of used to it now. But I'm not used to not getting like so much stuff done. Like I said, I have so many projects open. And I just need time to finish them all. But I'm so conflicted right now. I've been working at the shop for my stepdad to get money that way, so that I'm not as reliant on like conventions because of the baby coming, and then also online orders because it's kind of slow season. But I'm just so conflicted because I'm like, well, should I be making inventory to put on my website? So that I can have stuff to ship out. Me not knowing the things in the poll. They're all Pokemon. But yes. I did enjoy trying to figure out what the name of the things that you were writing down that sold at MegaCon. It was a fun little game for me. And one of them I had to say out loud, and then Joey knew what it was, but I was like, I wouldn't have got that. So bad. I had to go steal tiny gummy bears from my coworkers, but they're hard. Aw. I can't spell. Also might have lost one sticker sale because they asked about a pony, and I was like, I don't know. I'm sure if they asked, I probably didn't have it, because otherwise it would have been right there. Unless my ponies, like, all that were out on display were gone. Because I did have more in the box. But I just have the main 6, which are usually the most popular. Oh, that's my friend writing down sales for me. And then I googled, and is it one that I had? Or do you remember? I had someone complaining that my keychain's price is too high at the market. Is it your frost or wait, no. What, like your acrylic keychains? How much do you sell them for? You didn't see it. Yeah, it's probably I didn't have it. They probably look like derpy hooves or something. Or vinyl scratch. I mean, I sell my acrylic keychains for 1 for $12 or 2 for $20, and I think that's a pretty generic. I have them at $15. Yeah, I think $15 is still a good price. Saw a lot of Squid Games characters. If your prices were too high, they're not a customer. Very true. And I forgot my jacket. You know, I was going to tell you should take your jacket because you'll probably get a lot of people asking or wanting your picture. Yeah, I should have made Squid Games merch because I know when it was out last time, I was like, yeah, I'll make some Squid Games. But then it kind of died down. Or like, I guess kind of died completely. And then they were getting like mass produced. But I didn't even think about making them again for this year. Because honestly, the second season I wasn't into. I wore it the day before, so I didn't remember to pack it. If you thought you got a lot of compliments before, if you had wore that jacket, you would have got like outrageous amounts. It was a group of teen girls, and one said "ew," 15 each, and walked away. Yeah, no, they wouldn't have bought it either way. They don't got money. It was the hat. Well, hopefully you didn't get any people that lingered too long at the table, Tia. Hopefully everyone was somewhat chill. Because I've had some guys that just stand there, even when the conversation's over and there's nothing else to say. They just still, they're standing there thinking for something else to say, and I'm usually like, oh, gotta call my husband. Hope you have a good rest of your convention. Or I just hope that another customer comes up so that I can help them. I've had customers like that, young and don't understand handmade. Even young kids question why stuff is so expensive. They want it to be Temu pricing. Someone got me and Lana confused. Oh, my other favorite is you make all this and just flabbergasted. Yeah. Yep, that's a popular one too. I do love when the kids like just are so like they think it's so awesome though that you make it all and they do want to talk to you forever and ask you a lot of questions. I do like that. I think that's sweet. Because I think it makes them really excited that, you know, grown-ups can make money and like they have something to look forward to if they're like, oh, I want to do this as my job. Also, people like the button, but no one could hear it. So you should get a party button next time. Party? Yeah, that was Bethany's idea. I loved it. But I don't plan on using another button. Unless, like, the next time I have a baby, I guess. I don't think it'll be a common thing. Also, if you guys don't know what Tia's talking about, at MegaCon there was a button that you could press that was me talking and just being like, hi, thanks for coming to my table. Like, sorry I couldn't make it. So, I'm glad that people liked it, though. I'm glad that Bethany had that idea. I thought that was really cool. I would have never thought of that. Press for dance party? I think people just came to the booth just to hit the button. Oh, maybe. They're just curious of what it did. Did you happen to count tips? I don't know if you kept track of that or if you just put it in with my other money. Some people said the other booth had a nut button. Oh my gosh. I have seen that one. No, I just added it to the money. Okay. We'll never know. credit card readers where I get the most tips, but I don't like doing it if I can't like have them turn it away and have them hold it. I don't want them to feel pressured. You could do the math if you wanted, or I could. Nah, I'm not gonna. And you don't have to either. I'm not gonna go and count all of that. And do the math, and he's fine. I'm not too worried about it. I really like this contrast of the white and red. I don't know, I think it just feels so clean. I need to see what days my mom is working at the hospital to see if I need to go into the shop and to figure out if tomorrow is going to be my tax day or like Thursday. Okay, I got that pinned. The other thing is I gotta remember to take pictures of these like products. And hopefully the weather will get somewhat better, at least for a day sometime where I can take pictures. Do it Saturday or Sunday. I'll be the model. Yeah, I don't know how the weather is supposed to be. Because I was like, if the weather is decent on Sunday, and if my niece is at the baby shower, I might have her snap a few pictures. Because we haven't done a maternity photo shoot. And I want to do a couple pictures. It's supposed to snow stupid deep here. We'll see what happens though. Can I send it to y'all? Preferably not. Yeah, hopefully we don't get snow. I'm sure Joey wouldn't mind if it meant that they closed down his work. Joey said I'll take it. Yeah, there he is. Dang, I tried. I mean, maybe I'll take it like this week, but like that's getting kind of close to baby time, and I'm not trying to have a baby in the house or stuck on the side of the road. Joey said, "Gets me out of work." If it does on Thursday, I at least telework on Friday. Nice. I have a consignment near a school, and even the kids in the place where I display my stuff thought that either I just bought or used machine to crochet my Our amigurumi. Yeah, that's what people don't understand. Like, crochet, for one, is a big one that cannot be replicated like that. Like, no, baby, it takes time. Okie dokie, time to sew straight lines. I used to put claws on these too. And they were just little like felt claws that I would sew in, but then I realized it's not really, didn't really add much to it, so it was just an extra step. There's some dropship crochet things out there. The mall in Reno over the holidays had a booth with crochet flowers that I could tell were all mass produced somehow and bought from like Temu. Yeah, those are really big right now. The little bitty, tiny. I don't know if they're crocheted or knitted. I'm really not good at seeing the difference, but yeah, that's really popular. And you can see them in artist alleys too, which is like kind of sad. What made me laugh was even the one who had a crocheted class in their school also thinks that way because it's hard, she said. Oh, I don't get too often. Thankfully, it's the I could do that cheaper people. Oh, yeah. Yep. Or like, grandma can make that for you. Like, why you feel like you gotta say something? Okay, let me let the dogs out to go potty, even though it's nasty outside. But hopefully they'll go out and come right back in. And it's not like I keep my resin stuff a secret. I fully tell people I buy from a Thai artist and then do the rest myself. Okay. Get the potty? Guys, you can't go out at the same time. Okay, let me run to the bathroom too. Let me get these dogs back in here. Is Obi still outside? Come on! Watch out, Red. Come on, baby. Come on! Get in here! No, Red. Thank you. Good job. I didn't realize until Joey said something that Obi likes. He doesn't like to go through the doggy door if I'm there to let him in. He wants me to let him in. I don't get anything but stickers manufactured, and I'm not worried about sharing that either. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything that I keep a secret manufacturer-wise or anything. But, I mean, I do understand why some people do. If they found someone that, like, really works for them and they've done the research. You know, they did the long research and trial process and tests with them. And, I mean, I understand if they want to not share that with the whole world, because then that manufacturer will get overloaded and their stuff won't be as good quality. My mom in Canada showed me cheap crocheted stuff from Temu. It's cheap for them, but even from where I am, it's already worth a day's job. LOL. And we know how the workers from China are being treated. Yeah. I feel for those people. I had a lady ask me about a smaller plush cost. Told her $25. She said she started to hand me a quarter, and I had to say dollars. Took her a minute after that. What? Why? Who prices? What is this, a yard sale? Who prices things this quarter? I literally did not understand her thought process. It's the 1950s? Like, that wouldn't even pay for your material. Where? Crazy. I had someone ask how do I make my keychains and thought I made the acrylic. Oh yes, when fabric and thread were pennies. Yeah, acrylic, I think there's some things that you can make acrylic wise, but like the enamel pin things, I know like you cannot get that manufactured anywhere in America. Which I thought was pretty wild, and like a lot of people like not in the artists groups know that. Like if you don't make enamel pens or whatever, of course that might not be something that you know. But I always thought that was really crazy. I mean, you could be cutting and etching the acrylic with a laser, but I assume it's the pressed art into acrylic that's most artists do, yeah. Yeah, I get my keychains manufactured too. And I don't think a single acrylic keychain sold at MegaCon, which I know that they're kind of like hit or miss. Like they're kind of dying out. But I am surprised like not one sold. One Splatoon. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did say a Splatoon one sold. But sometimes they do better at smaller conventions because they're smaller priced items. But, I mean, surprisingly, my fabric keychains seem to sell better than my acrylic ones. Maybe just because it's different than a lot of people have the acrylic ones already. I had to tell the person asking me that I get it done by a menu. And then they thought I didn't draw the art. Yeah. So I told them I do draw it. Yeah, I usually have to explain to people. I'm like, yeah, I do all the art myself. Especially if it's like smaller markets and stuff. Man, people just don't understand Artist Alley after wondering we sell booths. Yeah. That's why I really appreciate conventions that separate. Whoops. Separate Artist Alley and the dealer's hall. Like, I really like when there is a significant difference. Oh, my bobbin ran out. No. My bobbin ran out a while ago. The sad thing is the HorrorCon I'm doing has people with the Tumblr mug with stolen artwork. Ah, no. I noticed last year GalaxyCon allows anyone, even artists, to be able to buy the bigger booths in the dealer hall, so I can see the confusion at certain shows. Yeah, I do see artists that buy the dealers, which is fine if that's what they want to do, but I do feel like more people usually sell or spend money in the artist alley. But some people just need the bigger space. And that's fine if they need the bigger space. But I do think that most of those people would prefer to stay in the artist alley with a bigger booth than having to buy a bigger booth in the dealer's hall. Like for Lexington, that's where I was going to be, in the dealer's area. And I know that a lot more people were going to do dealers because they moved the artist alley to like a whole different floor. And it was going to be different than all the other years that they've done. So people were nervous that they wouldn't even have like traffic. So I'm interested to see how it goes. I'm going to have to ask my friends selling there. Like, I would purely for this space if it's 10 by 10, but I can't afford it up front or expect to make it back right now. Yeah. And they're always like priced more expensive. Which makes sense. Like, I'm glad that they give like artists usually a better deal. I think it'd be nice sometimes to be able to make stuff and like have stuff manufactured so you don't have to restock your stuff every single time. But then again, I really like what I make, and I like that it's different and not a lot of people do this. And I think that's also what helps me get into artist alleys that are judged. But I know that I can't compete with the people that do like prints and stuff that are manufactured, that they can just reorder. GalaxyCon San Jose Artist Alley table renewal was $500 this year before the discount we got. I think dealer booths start at $1,300. Scary. Same. I prefer handmade aspect to help push us along. Yeah. Yep. MegaCon tables are up to $500 now. It's technically $499, but it goes up like $15 every year. It was $475 this year, and then it was like $450. I think the year before. I guess that's more. 75. 20. Is that 25 actually? So 35. But yeah, they really taken our money, and we had to buy Wi-Fi. I had to buy it for 3 days so that Tia could use it, and then Bethany, I think, had to buy it for like 2 days, which was like $230 or something. Oof. Yeah. It's always just Wi-Fi should be free. How are we in 2025 and everywhere doesn't have Wi-Fi? You know, like, why? That is like our air that we breathe. It's like water. Why? Wi-Fi is the reason I got one of those Solus Wi-Fi things. Yeah, I have one, but MegaCon, there was a whole big thing in the Facebook group that MegaCon actually, a couple of years ago, not technically MegaCon, but Smart City Wi-Fi, who's the people that usually do a lot of the big convention centers, they got fined like $150,000 or whatever because they had blockers so that people couldn't use the hotspots. So people were like saying they were going to report it, and apparently there's a scanner that you can use to find out if it's being blocked, but of course no one has one of those. And the guy that runs the show was actually like, my internet's been bad too, but let's not like get crazy or something. Like, let's not jump to conclusions. Like, I guess from what I'm thinking is he probably knows that there's blockers, or they have some kind of deal with the convention center where it's like, hey, you can have your convention here, but part of the thing is, you know, people that want Wi-Fi have to pay for Wi-Fi. We don't offer free Wi-Fi, and we're never going to, which kind of sucks. Ruin something good. Yeah. You're basically saying, like, don't push it. Because, yeah, I think it was something like that. Because I think, from my understanding, he was telling the people, don't go, like, causing problems, because the MegaCon Convention Center could, like, be like, okay, well, you can't have MegaCon here anymore. And then if that's the case, MegaCon is too big to go anywhere else. Like, that is the place. That's the biggest, you know, Orlando Convention Center. That's the place to go. So either they would have to really limit ticket sales and cut it back, or just not have MegaCon anymore. It works well enough to keep payments rolling, but it's still slow. Yeah, my Solus will work at, like, smaller events. Basically, anywhere that won't, like, really block it. Like, it doesn't work at CostuCon, but that's also a big convention inside of Cinderblocks. Any of my shows start doing that to us, I'll stop applying to them. Good thing most of the cons I go to, I don't need to use Wi-Fi. Yeah, those are the best. Or if they give you free Wi-Fi. Those are like... Or if they include, like, in the table price, just include the Wi-Fi. That's fine. Up my table a little bit, as long as I get free Wi-Fi. That works. The Wi-Fi better work, though. Most of the time, I can use just my phone hotspot. But if that gets blocked too, I'm out after that event. And they'd hear why. Most of my shows send out vendor feedback forms, thankfully. Yeah. Those are always good. My mom is not a business person, but started selling on Marketplace. After retiring, I told her I could make stuff for her to sell. That way they'll be helping my business here as well. Yeah, see, always love a good twofer. I always love when you can double. That's what I like working at my stepdad's shop, because I can take stuff to, like, hand sew and work on, and then I'm also on the clock for them to, like, answer the phone and do payroll and stuff. It won't be a little. They charge like $150 a day. Yeah. I mean, the Wi-Fi for there is like $80, but I could totally see them upping it. And then MegaCon upping the table even more. But, like, if they could just get a deal on vendors. Like, attendees don't need Wi-Fi. If they want it, then they can buy it. But they have different opinion in small businesses. Hence, I grind on my own. We love a good small business grind. I'm really looking forward to the farmer's market. Will I probably overwhelm myself with farmer's market and the baby? Yeah, but all I have to remember is it's only $125 for, like, the whole summer. So I don't have to go too hard. Too hardcore, it's fine. Some cons like to gatekeep Wi-Fi. Yeah. And the thing that makes me frustrated with KatsuCon is it's at a Gaylord Hotel in Maryland, National Harbor, Maryland. That's where MagFest is too. And MagFest gives vendors free Wi-Fi. But KatsuCon doesn't. KatsuCon, you have to pay $300 for Wi-Fi for the whole weekend. Haven't heard anything about that one being like Wi-Fi blocked or anything. But I know that my Solus wasn't working. But some people connected to like their hotel rooms if they stayed there. So maybe I just need to be more friendly and find someone that's staying in the hotel and be like, hey, can I get your room number so I can use this Wi-Fi? Seems a lot of cons do, from what I hear. Yeah. I just don't like Wi-Fi is a necessity right now. Or like not right now, but now. So like them not having it's just crazy to me. They're not letting us use it. Alright, I think I usually do my Latias hat with little ears to the side. Let me decide if I still want to do that. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. It is very windy today. Windy? It was like super windy a couple days ago for us here. And we have a glass door and I thought that it was going to break off. Or squish us, because it would blow the other way too. Alright, so let's pin this. I'm actually really happy. Like it doesn't look too big. It definitely looks bigger, but it doesn't look too big. And then placement wise, I think that's a good spot. I might move it up just a little bit because sometimes if they're too far off to the side, when it sits on the head, it kind of like whoop. You guys, those numbers are scary for me. Are you organizer gluttons? Are your organizers gluttons? Oh, okay. Yeah, they greedy. There's some good ones, and it's always like I miss smaller conventions because they always are just so much nicer. They, they haven't got the money hungry, stingy, which is really nice. But of course, you're probably not making as much there either, so that's the only thing. But hey, if I can make like 500 in one day and I don't have to drive that far, I will do that one over making 3,000 and going to Florida. Like I like MegaCon, but like MegaCon's more of a vacation. It's a tradition thing. But if there was another convention, I don't know if I would do it. Because it's a lot. I mean, your expenses are crazy. My expenses for MegaCon, including the Wi-Fi, was like 1,300 or 400. So I basically made, and that's not including like Tia's food. But again, I would have had to eat if I went, so I hit or miss with food if I like factor it in. And it doesn't factor in gas because I told Bethany I would split it with her, but I don't know how much that was yet. But thinking about being gone 4 days and maybe clearing like $2,000, or being gone like 1 day and making like 500 with like no other expenses other than like table. I don't know. 500 doesn't sound bad. I'm so thankful I have nothing around to fall on my house in a bad wind. We had a bad windstorm last weekend and it threw shingles from the garage onto my roof. No! And scared the hell out of me. Cost gang. One time, I was home alone and at my parents', like I was still living with my parents, I was younger, and a tree fell on our house. And I did hear a big thud, but I didn't pay attention to it. It wasn't like scary, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't in my room where apparently a tree had fallen on my house. I was in the other side of the house, so maybe that's why it wasn't like, if I was in my room and that happened, then yeah, I probably would have been a little more scared. But my brother was coming to like pick me up and he's like, you know, there's like a tree? There's a tree on the house. I was like, oh, I bet that's what that sound was. And luckily, I think it just messed up some shingles. It wasn't like a huge tree. It was it was a big tree, but it was skinny. At least the top that fell, you know. But we have, I guess I should say my parents have woods surrounding their house, so knock on wood, that's the only time that that's happened. Haha, knock on wood. Look at him. I think it's gonna turn out really good. Like, I'm glad that I added that extra spacing. I just have to make a new pattern for it and remember. And then we also have to see how it lines up, but hopefully it lines up pretty well. And then I gotta make the eyes for it. I haven't cut it out. Are the eyes yellow? I think these are yellow and Gladios is like red. I'm about to give up on work. LOL. Peace. Alright. Have a good rest of your day, Tia. I assume that means you're leaving. But enjoy yoga. Hopefully it helps your back. So our last baby shower, our Kentucky baby shower, is this weekend, and my sister, my half sister, is coming, and I sent her the invitation again to like see, because she hadn't RSVP'd, and I was like, "Do you think you're gonna be able to make it?" And she's like, "You know, what time is it again?" And I told her, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna call out of work. I don't care about my job." And she's like 17, I think. And I was like, "No, don't do that. It's fine. You know, it's not that important." And she's like, "No, really, I want to." Like, no. I'm trying to give up on work, but they won't let me for another hour and a half. Yeah, I can call you later this week to tell you the details of MegaCon. Bye. Sounds good. Or you can also tell me Sunday when I see you. Because I'm not sure what my schedule's looking like. I might be doing taxes. Hello, Riddle Piddle. How are you? I thought you were wet. I was like, how'd you get outside? Okay, I think these lined up really well. The only thing I might do differently is move it up a little bit more, because it's a little close to the edge at the end. And now we're gonna have to make Latios after this. But I have a Sylveon that has to ship out Friday, so I need to do that. I'm hoping my mom says that she has to work at the hospital on Friday, and then I can be like, "Oh, well, that's when my doctor's appointment is, so I can't come in." Which I don't have to come in technically. I like to help them out too, but lots of times I feel like I'm just sitting there doing nothing and taking their money. I'm like, oh, I could be doing all this at the house, like all my work that I need to do at home. Sometimes I'm like, I wish they had like a little headset, something that I could get and connect into their phone lines here at home. And then if for some reason they can't get to the phone or have to be out of office, then I can just answer it here. But I know that they need me for other stuff too, like doing invoices and things, and I have to be in person for that, so. I was also curious how close to the edge that I get on the diamond part, and is it going to make it look wonky if it's like... if I like sewed it too close together, you know? It wouldn't be a diamond anymore. Would it change the shape? Alright, moment of truth. And if it's a little crooked sometimes, I can, you know, hand sew and make it look good, but it looks pretty good. It's definitely not perfect, but I think first try of doing this, I think it looks pretty good. And I'm also didn't trim these seams as close so that I could go back once it was on to trim it. And then I can't decide if I wish that I actually put the things further away. Actually, no, I think that that's good. What do we think? I need to put the eyes on it. But you see how much bigger this is? Which maybe will help it keep it like forward and not fall back. No, I think that looks good. It's perfect. Thank you. All right, let's check out these eyes. We only got about 15 minutes yet left. So I can get the eyes started at least. Oh, sorry, Dee. Just gotta find out what I did with the pieces. Let's Sylveon. Did I bring them over here? Oh, they're there. Again, I have too many projects, too much stuff going on. Double check. Yeah, eyes are yellow. And then let me see. I did black pupils with like white reflection. Seems right. So I use scrap paper to make my patterns. It's so funny to look at some of them. This one is someone's Tumblr account, but it's only Aki the Nerd. That's all I have. And then tumblr.com, because I cut it out of something. But it's so funny. I'm assuming that I had someone like write down their Tumblr while I was at a convention. And that is what I had left of it. But occasionally I'll see like my old high school assignments and stuff. It's pretty fun to look back on. You know, this is very fitting too, because isn't it the year of the dragon? Are these dragon types though? I don't even know. Yeah. Dragon and psychic. At least for Latios. I assume Latios is also psychic. It's the year of the snake! What? Then Joey and I looked it up wrong, because I thought we saw that our baby was going to be born for the year of the dragon. Last year's year of the dragon? Oh, okay. You know, that makes sense, because I think Pokemon did something. And it had like, I think like Onyx was out, and Ekans, maybe Gyarados. He's kind of like a snake. Well, never mind. Should have been making snakes instead. Sorry to disappoint. Ah, no, it's okay. I can never remember what mine is, and I think Joey, when we looked it up, and I was like, oh, I'm either year of the... I remember it was either the rat or the pig, because I knew it wasn't like a good one. I was like, but I'm pretty sure it's the rat. And I'm the year of the rat. You're a snake? Nice. Yeah, I keep more up with my star sign, I guess, the other zodiac, than I do my Chinese zodiac, right? Is what that one is? Because I'm a Pisces. And it's very fitting. Oh no, we only got 10 minutes left. Again, these will hopefully be up on my website on Pokemon Day, the February 27th, along with hopefully some other Pokemon stuff if I get them done. And if you guys are interested in the has-been trying out the embroidery files, let me know. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. And then I'm hopefully gonna have those up for sale. Has-been ones up for sale by next week, hopefully. I'm trying to get, like I said, some things that can sell while I'm on maternity. No, I still have just over an hour of suffering. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I can try those on my brother ASAP if you send them in Discord. If you send them in Discord. I'll figure out the drone file type myself and change it later. Okay. Yeah, I can always I can send you the type that I think is for the Jerome or whatever. And I'll try to figure out how the best way to send them. If I can send them through Discord, awesome, but I'm not sure if it will let me send those file types. I'll give it a try. And then I need to try out the... Sorry, I'm trying to look at Latios' eyes. because this came out really big. I'm trying to look at the big sizes for the 5x7 because I haven't done any of them in 5x7 yet. So I might go ahead and throw the 4x4 size in and then be working on the 5x7 size. Google Drive easy. Perfect. I can do that if it, if it lets me. I think Google Drive is pretty open to whatever. I just feel like if I'm going to release them as a 5x7 and a 4x4, I should release them together in the same file type. But I'm really just like, I just want to release them. But honestly, it would take like a day. Like if I just sit down, just work on that for a day, it would be done. But I've yet to do that. And it wouldn't even take all day. And I posted it on my Instagram too, but I'm not sure if anyone's messaged me about it. All right, here's our little eyes that we're working on. And then I have to put the little white pupil. And then I'm going to sew this and then hot glue them on here. And I'm going to do a satin stitch like I do for Sylveon. So I'm going to continue working on this while I'm on the phone with Joey. But I'm going to try to put a picture in the Discord so you guys can see what it looks like. But thank you guys for hanging out with me for a couple of hours. And Ashley, I hope that you make it through the rest of your work day. Hang in there. I know it's a struggle. And everyone else with what you're working on, hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. And yeah, I will see you guys next Tuesday. I don't know what the vlog is going to be this Friday. Right now it's probably just going to be a regular vlog of what I did this week. But hopefully there will be a vlog. We will see. Yes, Ridley, I see you. I know. All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you all. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't, if you don't mind. Please. Give it a thumbs up. Bye-bye.